Either way, Hunt, they're going to be making his way through to lane. Is he going to be the hunter or will he be the hunted? We'll find out which two letters go after his name in this game.
I'm so disappointed there's no level 1 cheese. Nautilus, Cho'Gath, huge units together. Everything is on the table for these guys. This is what their spring split was for, to get to this qualification. And now, if you don't win out in these groups, it's all over. And you're back to the drawing board for Samarad, the second seed from the Arabian League. They're new here. This is the combined EMEA Masters. This is all exciting. This is the pinnacle of where they could go. And now they have to fight out. Win and out is the aim for both of these teams.
And we just saw GK, right? We just saw the #1 representative look pretty strong. Against the LPL #1. So it's a sentiment where maybe the #2 is also pretty good. You know, being a little bit unknown, I do think favors yourself in these tournaments. We'll see what they can make. Right now, though, Partizan just going to go for a normal start. As you said, no one going for any cheese early on, although Butcher seems like they want to maybe make a play, but deciding against it.
Yeah, just a little bit of a check there onto the tri-bush. Will reveal Yoppa coming down. Not sure enough information was gained to know whether the jungler had started there.
No, I don't think so. They didn't even help with the buff. But Butcher playing bodyguard to this wave. Not going to let them go in for free. Yoppa and Clocks being respectful, just waiting for the wave to push towards them.
Man, these two are such a unit. They played Syndra in my scrims, and they just, it doesn't matter what they're playing. The theme here for Yoppa and Clocks is they have each other's back. Clocks effortlessly shielding Yoppa up to the wave there. And he's not that far behind. They have access now. It's pushing towards them. Maybe not always what you want into the Nautilus.
Ooh, trading the top side. Lindorf getting a bit aggressive. You love to see it. You love to see scrappy games, man. Like, I love the pick, the Cho'Gath, because you know what? Nuance, ingeniosity, it's all a bit of fun and games, but you love to see it when you get a new pick and it pops off. Scood with his Cho'Gath. Be bold, be brave. Fortune favors the brave. That's what they always say.
All right. He's doing a little bit of an invade here as well. We'll be going to check on Snilly.
Really taking a decent trade there from Hunt. Snilly is waiting for the gank, but this is getting pushed in. You know, it's going to be pretty difficult to actually get behind this Jace. As Scoot going to go straight for that blue buff. Going to be quite happy to take this one away. And the Cho'Gath pick is working so far.
Yeah, I can't help but think Partizan thought the Cho'Gath would just be coming mid on 3. It's a bit of an odd situation now. If the Vi does not take that last quarter, it's going to be a bit rough. Scooty is behind the tower. Lundorf, the wave is coming in. This is rough.
Oh no, the level up for Mash as well. This is not a good look. Here's the TP. Being not going to go down onto Scooty. They get a bit of damage, and there should be a trade. First blood is going to go to Scooty on the Cho'Gath, but now Snilly and Relay making their way over. Charm not going to land, and Mash will get out. A 1-for-1, but losing so many ways to experience it. Will be picked up by Relay, but a bit of a tough time for Lundorf.
All right, the teleport out from Lundorf into mid. That minion equivalent, you're right. That's what, Rod, we're going for. That's what would have been the advantage there on that takedown. Even if you go 1-for-1, if you jam those minions straight into your opponent's tower, no experience, no gold over, but the 2 teleports invested to summon a spell disadvantage, they maintain the golden experience.
So the 300 gold there, adding to Lundorf, does kind of balance out maybe a little bit more, especially after the quick thinking from them to get that TP trade down, as you said. And now Lundorf into this matchup, I think is going to go back to the top lane though, and they're going to send Relay back to mid.
Temporary situation to prevent XP and gold going missing from the Partizan Nation.
And in the side, I feel like they've done really well to just kind of neutralize the Nautilus. They've just kept it safe. Now, the Jinx has gone for a cull very early, so has Zeri. Yeah. They basically said, we're not fighting.
Neither of these ADs should be indexing to fight now, fight hard. I like the call from both. It's sort of that acknowledgement, you know, even if something crazy does happen, it's not going to be because you planned for it. It's not going to be because you want to sort of play like something like the Xayah, a little more lane bullish. You're not going anywhere near anything like what you'd expect from a Ballista. You're going sort of all in all the time.
And talking about crazy, Scoot is having a pretty good time. He's taking a lot of
Yeah, he got that extra quarter, so he did 3 sides of the jungle. his own blue side. Not very touched by Snille, so a little bit of a farm differential. And that's okay. That's all right. It does mean he gets onto this dragon. They're going to lead on the objectives. Not a huge shock for a Cho'Gath.
Yeah, no level 6 yet, so not going to get the bite onto the Drake. But an early take is always nice. This time it's going to be
still has that control with the... what is it called? Rupture? I believe his Q is called Rupture. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. I was thinking it might be Fracture, but I think it is Rupture. I think you're right.
I was leading on my play-by-play for ability names.
I don't know why, but it keeps making me think of the word Fisher, and then I just think about
yeah, iconic.
Old school. Yeah, that's old school. Like, if you know Fisher, you've been around the block.
Back in the day, that's huge. Right. What else could be huge is Snille at level 4 trying to stop this back. Lundor.
The needlework to stop the back. And he can just get this free damage off. One more. Go for another.
They have to get the riposte out.
One more. They're just waiting. Matched. Buying time. Needs a riposte. But Relay is here as well. You can only block so much. The damage is coming through. Although saying that, flashes away from the second part. The orbital section isn't going to land it. Now the flash forward delay with the punch. The uppercut comes through. They will finally get that kill. But Skude, right place, right time. Picks up the trade.
Just manages to cover his top lane and managed to hold on for the longest amount of time. Really, finally triggering the riposte. But unfortunately, Snille took it straight to the face. A little bit too much damage. At level 4, that play was always ambitious. It was always a bit extra. This man will make mountains by the end of this game. It's, you know, the desk expressed doubt. Very reasonable. I really wasn't sure. Scooty, he's just having a bit of a moment, a Zeri moment maybe as Yoppa. Just trying. Just pushing forward.
Onto Sand, gets him half HP, establishes lane dominance, you know? You can't stand in here with me.
That lightning prison's so deadly, even in the 1 versus 1.
You would have thought Rod translating to Thunder, they would have been the Zeri.
You know, it would have been the way. It does mean to strike with thunder.
And Volley Bear. Like, that should be, like, their signature jam.
Oh, if only it was competitive. If only it was competitive. But yeah, Zeri, the lightning chain guy.
Zeri, Kennen, Volley Bear. Any more lightning? Any more lightning champs?
Oh, I love Kennen on this patch so much. Let's just see if there's some more. Really? Just spotting Butcher out at the side. This is the start of the Herald take. You'll notice that Cho'Gath is level 6 now, so he was already very good at objective control. Now he's incredible, outsmiting pretty much everyone with Nunu if he commits that ultimate to the objective itself. Grows larger as a result of it. So Rod just taking a bit of a breather from waves that will allow Snille to just do a bit of a cross map, get some extra farm out here. So we might see that sort of advantage close up slightly in the next few moments. We spoke, or actually, in a previous game, we've spoken about how Partizan relies on their late game against Verdant, another team that likes to go late, likes to fight as a unit, and use that coordination as a weapon against other strong teams around their level. That's why we're kind of not expecting a huge amount of action now. No matter which way Rod play this, they're on a Jinx composition. They're going later.
Ooh, Hunt going to get knocked up. There's the follow from Relay, and the CC is just exquisite. Hunt's going to go down. And a beautiful play executed in the mid lane.
Even more so than other teams, it is that togetherness. It is that 2v2, the Vi and Ahri together in mid lane. The Partizan can look to play through as they advance through this early game. It's still pretty even, J-Real. A cheeky pick is not the end of the world.
It is not the end of the world, but it could be the start of some problems. Now, obviously, we know a guy who likes to build a book on Ahri, and we will have to be keeping tabs. We'll have to be keeping tabs on whether Nightmare is pleased or displeased with the Ahri build coming out of Relay today. But Scood is going to be making his way back up to the top side. Drops the Herald. Matchmo taking a lot of damage there from the snip. And Needlework is available as well. They may be able to hold off a little bit longer, but Scood, we have to move underneath this tower. Herald going to get the charge. A couple plates will go down, but Lundorf staying alive.
Very respectful from Lundorf to open up with the needlework there. If Scood had taken a tower shot, that would have likely been chained up into his death. So both teams just going slowly towards that late game, neither willing to risk it, willing to throw it all out this early on.
Yeah, and I can respect that. You know, it's not smart to necessarily just throw it all away in the first 5 minutes, especially when your comps scale so nicely. I'm still impressed by how this Cho'Gath has been working, building a slow but steady lead for the team. 500 gold now at 7 to 6.
Yeah, it's had that advantage. It hasn't ballooned out of control, but a slow growth, and you know, those 2 objectives as well has managed to secure that Chemtech Drake, and the first Herald went over. Just stabilizing his top lane right now. There's a lot to speak of about how well this Cho'Gath has done around those objectives, around pulling his team together, and with this Hextech Drake on the map. Rod looked like they're going for it once again. This time, Partizan might be up for a fight. Might not be. Snilly just thinking about it right now.
Yeah, they're kind of saying like, oh, should we go for it? Oh, but they're going to get forced into it. The hook going through the death charge is going to knock him up as well. Relay is there, dishing out quite a bit of damage, but Hunt may have enough. The blast is going to catch him out. Relay tries to answer back, but not going to have an effect. But Yoppa in the other side of this fight is going out, dodges out from the hook, gets the kill. There's the charm, and another is going to go down. It could be 3. Jaskud is trying to fight this one out, but will not be able to touch Yoppa. Another kill going over, and what looked a little bit gloomy on the side of Partizan ends in sunshine.
The dynamic duo of Yoppa and Clocks there to help out with that overcommittal onto Snilly. He might fall, but look at where Hunt had to go. He had to go all the way into the mid lane to take down the jungler. And with that, we had a bit of a Zeri moment, a clutch flash from Yoppa. The back of the Fox, more than enough to deny this dragon. Both teams will reset and come out again. This time, Skude won't have his ultimate. Maybe until after a fight has happened.
Maybe. It's a tough situation playing against this Zeri. If you can't lock them down, the damage is coming through. Brings a lot of heat. Skude pretty persistent to get this dragon. They're going to go straight back towards it. Wards are around, getting cleared out by both sides. Partizan are ready for a fight. No lightning crash though for Zeri. Could make it a little bit more difficult.
He might not have the crash. He does have that shield bow completed, despite committing his flash to last fight. Is matched with Sanwan.
San known for being a pretty safe ADC. Right? Like plays for the scaling, plays for the late game. It's a smart strategy, especially if you're playing things like the Jinx. But we're not expecting the crazy moments from them early on. That would be more from the top side. Majd and Skude have been making plays. But is it leading them to enough favor with the fact that Yoppa is getting so strong?
It's sort of something we've seen across Season 13. It's just when you have these scaling picks, it's more about removing the times where your opponent could just claim a free advantage out of you. So I kind of like this slow fall away from Rod. They could choose to re-engage here, but instead they're going to go clean up gold across the rest of the map, deny a dragon, Elder Dragon coming out earlier and a soul being committed to, which extends the game further. And if you trust your own scaling, you trust your teammates, you trust in that clutch moment late game, both teams are quite happy with the way events are proceeding right now.
They definitely are. 5 more minutes added to the soul clock there. 1 apiece, and it's going to be Ocean Soul spreading across this map. A bit of rain. Never hurt anyone, unless you made a sugar.
Oh, you're sweet enough already, Jared. Sweet enough already.
We're talking about sweet. Relay hitting that level 11. 2 points into ultimate now. Really going to start to become a bit of a menace. We're talking about menaces. Matched on that Fiora is going to become pretty scary as a 1v1. How does the Gwen Fiora scale up into the later stages?
I think there are moments where you can surprise the Gwen and sort of overtake with the Fiora, but I'm not too worried the gap won't be that huge. Like a moment there where fifth of Lundell's health just goes missing in an instant with a grass proc, with a vital proc, with a sheen proc. That's what the Fiora wants to do, wants to chip away lightly. The all-in from Lundell just fine though. What I want to mention is the Everfrost out from Ari. This is really cool, this game. The 2v2 is so good that small height.
Skude gonna get knocked up, locked down, and now a lot of damage. Lightning Crash gonna come out, and Zeri is just free-firing from the back line. They whip up 1 kill, and they're looking for more. There's the second. Nautus gonna grab them back in, but it's not gonna net another kill. And Butcher taken down. Here comes Maglo. Can they clean up? Can they pick up more kills? It looks like they're just gonna get kited because Yoppa is going crazy. Jumps back in, but the team is able to just whittle them down. They do get 1 back in their favor. As Sand trying to find kills so low. The late clocks. They're almost dead.
On all 3 clutch moments. These are the 2 AD cards we're standing for. Lundorf will dash forwards. Will match. No doubt as the needle work slices Sand to pieces. We saw the strength of the Everfrost. It's all about setting up for these scaling carries there. Both of them claw out an advantage, but Yopper looks far more accelerated. An item up now on San. That Kraken Slayer might do more damage, but a whole extra item for the Zeri and the setup from this Ari are doing wonders for Partizan.
Such a nightmare to deal with sometimes, especially after all of the damage that was done by the Zeri. The Gwen being your cleanup material is just horrifying. And talking about horrifying, they need to make a Coraline Gwen skin.
That's spooky, man.
That needs to happen. But either way, this bot tier tower is going to be taken by Match there. One back to Rod. And it's actually the first tower of the game going down. It will be answered across the map by Partizan going for the kill.
You know, I like that the early game has had like a bit of boxing with shadows, but no big punches landed. We saw dragons taken down, but we didn't see major towers. We didn't see like huge moves. I think maybe as primary as a result of that teleport trade that left Partizan not falling down on golden experience, but unable to push forward a play of their own, unable to get into a sort of a standard gameplay pattern where Rod might feel like they're scaling composition. You know, you could give it a go without risking something crazy. Where are we going to go from here? 1 minute 45. We're all thinking about Dragon. It's Ocean, so it's not huge, but healing over a long fight where you've got champions like this Cho'Gath could just take you out in an instant, where you've got Yopper and San on these huge AD carries, can mean a world of difference.
Minute 30 before that break, as you said. I feel like Rod, they need to just focus on Yopper, right? He's shown that he is a huge problem. Now, Relate is also one that you got to watch out for. We're talking about Relate and Stile. They're going to be making moves up into the top side. Goodbye to Hunt. You have become the hunted. And you are gone.
That 2v2 unit is so clutch, so strong. The Everfrost just means you have 100% lockdown. While we lose Lundell on the other side in trade, solo lane is taken away each. You can't help but think Partizan are just fine with this. They've got to reset. They've got to get back out on the map. But they have control of mid lane. They might lose their bottom T2.
Rad really playing through match here. They are going to take this tower. They do get it.
San is on vision. San's not here. This is go for Partizan.
They are going to be going aggressive here, but are going to get knocked up by the deck charge and the rupture. It is now going to be in goes Zeri, and goodbye Madge, and Vi is still alive as well. Snille never went down, and Scoot looking for the last bit of damage, will get knocked back, punched in the face to be set up for a free kill. The relay, the block on the Super Mega Death Rocket as well, as Yopper goes straight towards the pit 20 seconds before the Drake. And we talked about it. We talked about these fights going extended, allowing for members to join the fight. And Yopper is exactly the one you do not want to be letting in when you're low HP.
The crash down of this Thunder as Rod 4 can go to two separate places. Their twin split of lightning in mid and bot lane let them pick out Lundorf. They'd already lost Hunt in the top side. But when they sent Santa mid to double dip and grab those minions, it was too much, too soon. And on vision, the members of Partizan were able to just dive in the bottom lane, go all in and all out, and Yopper Zeri is looking so strong right now.
I think the risk is that you can't be giving over these Fiora kills, but these deaths are so important because Maj has been such a big player in this game, has been able to really bully around Lundorf in these earlier stages and open up a way where they could have that split push pressure coming out of that Fiora. But if they can't keep themselves going ahead and Lundorf does get back into the game, then the fear arises that you're not going to be able to win the 4v4, you won't win the 1v1, and there'll be no win condition for you in the later stages.
Yeah, with Scooter helping out, you're right, that early game was broad-sided on this top side. You know, it pulled out that double TP. It did work. It did damage. The conversion forwards, if we want to see that keep going, we have to see that long sort of statement where Fiora stays in lane with the Gwen and just dashes in each time. Lundorf has to wonder about the all-in. It's more difficult for him. To choose to commit to that is just for Madge to just walk away and start again with that much longer needlework cooldown. With this Herald coming in, you want to see Partizan claims back some of that gold. They've lost more towers around the outside of the map. Not for long.
Shelly hitting the tower hard. A lot of follow-up there from Yopper. Able to do so much damage. Clear these minions so easily. And also just look at the confidence. Stepping up. Butcher with the hook. They don't care. Yopper is just happy to be here. Happy to be moving forwards. And causing major issues for the side of Rod. And we got to talk about it, right? We got to look. 20 minutes in. They're about 2k gold up. It's not the biggest of deficits in the world, but the control that they have over the game, the momentum they have moving forward, it feels like Partisans are really starting to eke it away from Rod.
Yeah, with their AD carry, with Yoppa so much further ahead than the threats from Rod, from San. These two AD carries, these are the scaling options. This is why both teams are so eager to continue that slow roll towards a later game. We're almost there already. That's an 11,000 gold Zeri.
Almost 3k ahead.
It's absolute madness. And you're right, while the top side is favored for Rod, I can't help but think with the lead in mid, with the lead in bot lane, and with this Zeri almost at 3 items, so close to being able to crash Thunder down. It's going to be a huge, huge cataclysmic team fight, and the Partizan have started.
Knock up onto Yoppa. Flash had to be forced out of Butcher. And they're trying to get a bit of damage down, but not too much is trading.
Butcher was going to ult Flash and like drag it around to try and set up for Cho'Gath to knock up, set up for an empowered Shock Blast. Didn't quite happen.
It almost feels like they don't want to fight. Like Rod were very quick to move away from that fight.
Makes sense. They want more time for things on Jinx, but Partizan can keep doing this. They're going to keep slowly moving forwards, jumping the wall together as 3.
Oh, and these death bushes are so dangerous. Ari, Vi, backed up with the damage of Zeri and also potential CC from Clock from that Rakan. You don't want to be walking blind. It's not a lot of fun into this team.
Partizan will be spotted on vision, but Snilly has access to the backline. They're in an odd position. They're behind enemy lines here.
Oh, Scoot finally getting chipped here. They're moving forwards, but these Ruptures, the damage is coming through from Rod. They're able to keep themselves at a good distance, but have they opened up the Baron potentially? Butcher going to go back over that wall. Positioning aggressively, but it just kind of feels like they're giving up a lot of space.
The team's eager to just move, just in circles around each other, waiting for someone to slip up, waiting for a moment to open, but neither able to produce it on their own.
And again, we go back to the buying time. We go back to the stalling out the game. Neither team really too upset about that, it feels. And we talked about the split push pressure from Maj. It's kind of slowed down a lot, right? They were able to take a few towers. Now Lundorf, very happy to match them. Not losing these trades. Maybe I'm about to cast a curse him though, because here goes Maj. A little bit aggressive here. He's going to get into the fight, and Lundorf is actually losing a lot of HP here. Maybe I did cause a bit of a problem, but now not able to cleanse it, and in they go. Clocks with the knock up. The team are here. Zeri picks up the kill, and one remove gives openings for the side of Partizan.
Just like that, the members of Partizan come together. It is their togetherness that has defined them as a team. This unit does not chop, it does not change, it does not grab new people when something doesn't look right. Bounce down.
Not grabbing people. Jinx is going to be the one on their list, but Clock's going pretty low. They've already managed to take down one. Can they continue this vein? It's San that's low. Snilly not going to be able to get into range, though, but there's 2. Rod actually having a successful team fight, but height punt will fall. Scooter now on the list. They're trying to cut through this tanky Cho'Gath, but he's not tanky enough. Another kill. 3 over to the side of Partizan, and another successful team fight. But what can they gain from it? The Baron not going to be in their sights. Should they maybe go for this dragon?
Not a huge risk. They will likely, like GK did in the last game, play an extended sort of macro movement where they keep that dragon up, where they slide across the wall, where they look to punish San.
San not going to get caught out, and now Maj moving forwards. Yoppa over the wall! No way does he get away from this one. Surely he gets chased down by Maj. It will be so. The Fiora catches him finally, but Yoppa, woo! Almost making it out alive.
Almost. The grand challenge there, just adding that extra move speed, is enough to get across. You know,
was doing Tony Hawk.
It was like that long wall slide could have held for an eternity.
He was trying to get that 5-10 times combo.
You know, huge points, and points do mean prizes, but they don't always mean taking down your enemy. With that delayed timer, with Yoppa out of the fight now, Rada moving in on the Baron, they need to make a move out. This is the huge threat removed from Partizan. Rods is up, it's not as strong, and with that 2v2, Ari's looking to try and get in here. She's the damage, she's the threat now.
They are doing it. They're doing this Baroness. 4,000. The poke is coming through from the side of Partizan, but as we said, it's a 4v5, but they're going to go aggressive. But you're going to go down immediately. They have a lot of damage going through, but will it be enough? Rod holding strong. They're still up, and it's going to be Max that secures another kill. It's going to be 3. Will it be 4? Relay able to keep this, able to get away, but gets stunned. Mash with the riposte. The status for Relay. Enough time to get them away. It's not. Mash secures another kill. 4 members dead. Baron buff to Rod. Can they open up the base?
A huge 821 gold shutdown here. Rod will have to try and push through Joppa. He is able to clear away at least some of these minions. Madge, I don't know, he just managed to make it look so good there. The 4v5 was really, really a tough call. Partizan thought they might just be able to stop the Baron. Not the case. They didn't have enough damage. They need their threat, their big AD carry present in the fight. Otherwise, that is going to happen time and time again.
In a world where AD carries are very important in the game, yours not being in the team fight does matter. Proven here on this screen. But it does feel like the fight was a lot closer than Rod would have liked. It maybe didn't look too much from the result, but there were moments where a lot of people were very low in that pit. And had they had Joppa, the fight was surely theirs.
Yeah, I can't help but think that clustering up from Rod was just because they knew that they wouldn't get hit multiple people with the Runons, with the Thunder Crash, with it sort of piercing through, and was just to try and make the Ari sweat. Butcher gets hooked.
Nearly, maybe in trouble, but in goes the team. A great quickness from the side of Rakan, able to buy some time, but it's not going to be enough. They're moving forward, but here is Joppa. They're ready to fight this one out. 5 versus 4. The damage is coming in, but they're not able to get on to the members. They're not able to open up and deal their damage out. And another pick for Rod. They're starting to scale. They're a scaling team, and they are looking better and better as the time ticks on.
Have stabilized. This Fiora went from good to great very, very quickly. A huge shutdown on that Ari, and that means Magi stacks are gone. With that book up, you do lose your efficacy. You manage to regain it so quickly. A few kills in a team fight and it will be there, but without it, you can't just step up. You can't just stand up and take your opponents down with that massive swing. You don't have it till you've earned it.
I can't lie to you. I haven't read the chapter from the mirror about what you do when you die with the book. I know book is good to buy, but what happens when you have no stacks? The pages are gone.
What happens when die, J-Real? What happens when die?
Yeah, where's that chapter? Drop the chapter. Drop the chapter. We need
might be
chapter
the back
2.
page. You're not meant to get that far. This is Rod pushing in now up to the tier 3. Joppa is struggling to take out those waves. He's doing it, but the short range of this area denies him the cannon minions. From long range, they're just firing away at these towers. Maged on the side, now unmatchable as the mid at tier 3 goes missing. If Partizan want to do this, they've got to make a pick. They've got to make it look good.
Oh, going aggressive here. The Scooter is so tanky. In they go, though. Knockup is big, but where's the damage? Here comes Joppa, slowly but surely, and it's absolutely melting through the team. 3 have gone down. Max the last in the fight, but he's not going to be able to make any dent into this side. Partizan to come another kill, and they absolutely mopped the floor, called them the janitors the way they cleaned up.
They pushed forwards, an absolute massacre, and it was sort of like multiple skill shots all the same way. We had Ari's damage and Everfrost over the top. We had Snilly jumping in, and then Lundorf and Joppa's attacks combined, piercing through the front line, push Rod out of the base, and remind them that even though they've bitten back, Partizan were in this position in the first place, and together they are having a great game. Both teams now had it demonstrated to them, and they've taken chips out of their opponents where they've not been together. These compositions favor that late scaling, and it's got to be a team effort.
Now, Partizan really do be the anime team. They
5
are
best
the power
friends,
of
mate.
friendship.
5
they
best
are the power
friends.
of
Their
friendship,
powers
you know?
combined.
Like, they're them man with the Yu-Gi-Oh hand drawing, you know? I know we referenced Yu-Gi-Oh earlier, but them are them man. They're like, the power of friendship will keep us together and we can do anything. They are those guys! That's who you are, Partizan. Own it. I love it.
That was me running the biggest European Yu-Gi-Oh event in history this weekend. I had a bit of a mare. It was great fun, and the power of friendship is definitely required.
Power of friendship. League of Legends people, start making friends in solo queue. Maybe you'll win more games. Either way, back to this one. It's a bit mad. Partizan are still in this game. It looked so doomed when Rod was picking up these wins. We've gone back to even. Late game, anything can happen. Scores on the doors. Partizan up in kills, down in gold. Dragons even. Dragon spawning in 47 seconds.
Elder Dragon might be as well be a million miles away. I don't think we're gonna get one this game, and that's quite interesting. Both teams sort of very averse to something that will just end the game. You spent all this time scaling, you spent all this time setting up either for that Cho'Gath, that sort of team fight presence at the front, for the Snilly pick, followed up by Yopper and Lundorf, as we saw at that top tower. It is in their base, top tier 3 from Partizan. And with this Dragon coming up and Baron only 5 seconds behind it, we now have this huge question. What do you do? Where do you go? Do you get priority? Do you cheese? Do you run away? Do you try it and sneak one of these objectives out from under the opposition? Rod holding this top jungle. They've managed to invade. They want to make use of this inhibitor. Pings coming down. Partizan, they've gone to push mid. Sam has once again responded. Will they be able to catch Rod while he's on push?
Looking at the gold. The Cho'Gath, by the way, has still been putting in a lot of work. We have to talk about this after the game, but right now, Maj is going to be going aggressive onto Lundorf. We've seen this story before. One more ended, but Lundorf with the big damage back. Almost trades onto Maj. And here comes Yopper, the story. It continues. Part 2 is here. Maj
you got him.
Pick up Lundorf, though. Will go down, has GA. Coming back to life. Probably has the costume. More time. Rod is doing Baron. He's just scoring time. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. He's kept Yopper out of this fight. And he's still alive. He's not gone down. He refuses to die.
Mr. Refuse to lose here in the base.
No.
On the step.
No. No. What am I watching? The Fiora has stalled so much time. They've done the Baron. They're moving to Dragon. Yes, Fiora died finally. But they've claimed so much for it.
Partizan might have been on the same page, but Rod, with that self-sacrifice, managed to give his team the greatest gift, both objectives over the map at this late stage. We're half an hour in. These swings are big.
Oh, the punish. Can they get this one back? Scrooge is caught out. Very, very tanky, but a lot of damage is coming down. He will finally bite the dust.
Took a long time to get through this Cho'Gath now. It's just even more scaling. It's going to become less and less about the AD carries and more about the unit moving together, pushing forwards. That's what this double scaling always ends up as, always this question.
This is actually what EMEA is mastered. So the top tier gameplay.
Both teams very much refusing to lose. Very much.
But I wouldn't know how it ends. The Slippery Maj has been going crazy.
What happens when the unstoppable force of lightning meets the power of friendship, JL? What happened?
That's what I mean, isn't it? The power of friendship seems to be going a lot stronger than I would have thought. But Partizans, they had the lead, they lost it. They're now still causing problems, but all eyes are on Maj for me. They have been making so many plays and opening so many opportunities for Rod. It is hard to say that Rod are going to lose until that man dies.
Yeah, you know, he held open the door to Baron with his face.
And
those Nexus steps.
What was that play? Like, that play is when people hold the ball in the corner in football.
Oh no, he's just juicing. He's just
no, the
Billy
juice here. There's the stun, but it's not going to land. A little bit of time on the season assist. They will pick up that kill. This time, not going to buy as much. And Rod, as you can see, react immediately. They walk away. They know they cannot push any longer.
Really fading away from the wave, knowing that the cross map was coming through, that was the risk. This is it, JRL. What happened? Something's got to give. Something's got to break eventually.
Like, a Partizan playing on 40-second timers. Like, they kill Fiora, and then they get 50 seconds to play the game.
Yeah, like, that's how Rod managed to keep going in this game so well. Maj took that 40-second timer of taking Opera out and went and got the shutdown on Relay. It's the way. Just keep these people at sort of arm's length until you can go in, until you can attack the other friend group, the other unit, without being punished. It's going to take a huge amount of time. This is way more close than I think. Rod 0-2 in the group right now. Partizan 2-0, but this game honestly is on a knife's edge, so evenly matched.
Pushing out those waves, making sure the Fiora has a long way to go to maybe open them up with a bit more time to try and close in on the group of 4. that is the rest of Rod's team. Dude, looking for those knockups. Very tanky right now, by the way. Yoppa has been shredding people, but Scooter is very tanky. Madge going to be caught out there, taking a few shots to the face. Knockup does land for Yoppa. Hook's going to go slightly wide from the side of Butcher. A few poke tools used, but no big damage secured.
You sort of see the game state reflected here. Both teams trying to bait out, trying to get a panic, trying to get a summoner spell, trying to get anything without committing enough of their own. If you commit to a fight first, you're likely opening yourself up for trouble. This tier 2 tower now is the moment. The wave comes in.
Getting the was really. I don't even know if he knew he was there. I think he just thought that Zeri was going to jump down. But either way, Yoppa Flappy clearing these waves. They're going to have to push back though. Rod moving forward, and they know in the mid lane as well they have Maj pushing.
Snilly has just peeled off to try and back Lundorf up here. There was a moment where he tried to engage on the wave. Does mean Partizan will pull away. They don't want Maj pulling another blinder in the side lane.
One away from Soul Point as well. 1 minute on the clock. We said we might not get Elder Drake. You know what? We could get Elder Drake in this game.
I was so certain that like something would explode. Like, viewers at home, we are sat on a lot of dynamite right now. And within the next few minutes, we're going to reach critical mass of scaling dynamite until it must go off, until the mass is so large, it implodes on itself, consuming this game entirely. Partizan look to square up here.
No, this could be risky.
On this Ocean Dragon,
Rod needs to be careful.
Yeah, Rod do need to be careful, but really is also not here, and that's been part of the 1-2 lockdown combo of really Snilly that has allowed Partizan to peel through.
Here we go! I talked about it! TVs are going to be coming in a little bit late. So right now, Yoppa moving through this fight. Butcher already gone down, and the damage is coming through hard like lightning. Scooter, the next on the list. Hunt's going to finally go down, and it's Maj versus 4. Can he turn the score? I don't know if it's possible. He's done so much in this game.
He's away, but it's not perfect. Snilly.
They're chasing him down. Very dangerous, though. They know this. They can't chase him all game, though. He's buying more and more time. Over the wall they go. Will be able to get this done. Knock up, not going to land. Maj has just got such hot steps, moving left and right, juking, duck, dodge, dip, and diving. We know what movie he watched last night. He's still going. He might get away. He gets knocked back to tower, helping out, but is it enough? He finally goes down. GA broken. Kill secured.
Partizan invest an absolute age into chasing Mage down, whether they think they can go for the Baron now. This isn't a question of what is the correct play. There is no solution here. The 4v5 didn't work out earlier. I don't think Partizan are going to go for it again now. An absolute hero play to get away there. And oh man, what a huge team fight. 1-2 unit of Snilly and really push through. They pick Sen out. They take him down. As Yoppa, you're right, that hot lightning charge knife through Butter peels through those tanks. Partizan are happy right now, but they still need to convert forward.
Rod, where are you going? Why are they doing this? Butcher has got aggressive for no reason. It is paying the ultimate price. You are gone. And now Scooter might be on the way out as well. Hunt in the mid lane being chased by Lundorf. It could have all gone wrong in this moment. They've given an opening to Partizan like never before.
This must be the dynamite. This must be it going off. It's so far away, J-Real, but the explosion, you can hear it echoing from the wall. Partizan will take the Baron. We've seen this before. They have to push this forwards now. They have to take this Baron advantage and destroy what is left of Rod's infrastructure. Both teams are pretty much peeled back to the base, but with inhibitors still up, this can take a minute.
Baron secured the first one of this game, I do believe. Maybe second. As we're now going to be moving to see. They're looking for the Fiora again. They know that Majd is in the top side vicinity. Can they catch him out?
I've got him to stop the recall.
Can we pan up to that one? Spectator, show me Fiora.
Alright, we're going to see Fox.
Majd just walked away. Okay, Majd walked away.
Fox is on the wide flank. Stop the recall. Secured the vision.
Now, do we potentially just base race it?
Oh, I don't think you win against that Fiora with that Spear of Shojin. That's a Sundero proc every time you blink. Please, Partizan.
It looks
don't
like
go in for it. It will be the end of the game.
It looks like they might be committing to it because they haven't gone back for match yet.
Like their wave is decimated here. Cho'Gath does offer that range wave clear. Now Billy Butcher, the Luddy Butcher that is up in the front line, can stop the bases. Partizan have to be so careful about their Nexus towers here. They will go down so fast.
They are rolling the dice. They're going to go aggressive here. They
I can't take the Jeriel.
I can't believe they're doing this. Why are they doing this? Match is in the base. He's going to be able to kill off Lundorf. Will he go down himself? No, he stays alive. They have the base.
His wave's not at the tower.
They're moving forward, but Derry able to just slice through them. Ari has gone back to save the base, but will it be the other base that's in turmoil? Clock gets another knock-up. Hunt is going to go down to Yoppa, and Stan is trying to get away.
Has got the wave.
Chase avoids the laser, gets cut down, and Ari has done enough in the base. Now Partizan looking for the end. 3v2 here. Skude and Butcher, the last ones alive. They have some wave clear, but is it enough? The Baron Power Minions match is back in base. They will hold. Inhibs down, one apiece for either side.
Both teams dodge a doomed destiny by taking out the minion waves. Lundorf by throwing his body under his Nexus towers, and Rod holding on by the skin of their teeth, sending Sand to his death in the top lane. Without those minions, Banner and empowered or not, the Nexus towers still prove too strong an opponent. And just like that, J-Real, we're back just to an open game state. Objectives minutes away. Teams both scaled up now. These are the big weapons we've been waiting for.
And I want someone to let me know, surely this has to be the longest game of EMEA so far. We're only in day one.
Stats, check it. Me and J-Real, we're in too deep. We're in too deep.
Desk, let us know when you're back. When you're back, Desk, let us know, is this the longest game that has been so far? Because this is going the distance. We might actually get Soul. We will finally get Soul in 1 minute.
It's inevitable.
But like, we all play for this
someone must win this prize. The healing, not like I can kind of see like Ocean's not the behemoth it used to be. The healing is good. All right,
oh,
8 more minutes somewhere else that we have not seen. There's been a 50-minute game.
Oh my days.
Thank you, Turkey and Greece, Supermassive and Anathosis Famagusta for that banger. But we're going to go longer, Gerald. We're going to go more emotional. We're going to really set the stage, because I can't imagine either of these teams coming the first 42 minutes to throw it all away now. Gold pretty much maxing out across the board. Vanity items left to go. Madge caught in the side lane.
Now, we've seen this before. TP is going to be coming through. Yoppa stepping forward. And Madge taking a lot of damage this time. Going to repulse, and Hunt going aggressive, but gets absolutely obliterated. Now, Stan trying to step forward. Does a lot of damage. We see the Fuhrer on the floor getting resurrected. Slowly but surely going to join back in the fight. Hook does land on the Yoppa, but it doesn't matter. He's able to just fire through from the back. Moving forward and forward and forward. And they are just going. Partizan close the game with the ace. Quadra kill over the Yoppa, the hero and savior of this team right now, and they go to the Nexus to end the game.
The minions can't die this time. They have done it. Forget that cast the curse. No 50 minutes here. Partizan are your winners.
They really